Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is A Course in Miracles 365, Awakening to Love. I'm Reverend Tomas Garza, and we are going to, beginning with this video right here today, go through the pamphlets, the supplements to A Course in Miracles. There are two of these, and you may or may not be familiar with them. So I thought that before we launch comprehensively item by item into the text, which we'll do in, well, about a month to 6 weeks' time soon. We have a lot that we can learn from these two additional supplements, which were channeled, by the way, in exactly the same way from Jesus to Helen Schuckman. It's exactly the same process of transmission as the original course. So they have been included in the third combined edition to A Course in Miracles, which you may have. I actually have the second, the book that I've been hauling around for 9 years, where the golden lettering has worn off the front from use. That's a message, right? That book is the second combined edition, and I bought a green pamphlet that says Supplements to A Course in Miracles. We're going on this one today, Psychotherapy, Purpose, Process, and Practice. Lots of questions right off the bat. Why are we talking about psychotherapy? I mean, do I need a shrink? Right? You may be wondering if you need to see a therapist. And you may be having a very intense reaction saying, I don't need that. I don't need that. No. All right. If you're having a reaction like that, good. Keep watching. Keep watching, because I want to talk in the context of today's video about true healing. This is a subject that we've touched on extensively in this video series. It's a subject that we touched on quite a bit in the workbook for students, and then again on a couple of occasions in the manual for teachers, for sure, because everyone in the world is interested on some level in healing. Some people, you may not know it, to look at what they say on social media, or the actions they perform, or the way that they flip you off in traffic, cut you off and honked at you when they were the one that performed the maneuvers. Some people don't appear to be interested in healing at all, but deep down, even if someone doesn't appear to be, they will be. It's inevitable. There is a voice deep within us that keeps urging us gently, maybe, sometimes not, but mostly gently, to pay attention to certain things, to explore certain things, to explore spirituality. There is something deep within us that says there's got to be a better way. This can't be all there is to it. As in, check your email, go to the bathroom, shove some food down your face. If you work outside the home, go off to work. If you work at home, sit down to a Zoom, turn on the camera and microphone like I've just done. Work, eat, sleep, pay bills, rinse, repeat, get old, die. There's something more to it than that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. If you're hearing that urging, and I know that you are because you're watching me, this is pretty much all I talk about. I know you know that. But hey, if you've just joined us, this is about A Course in Miracles. It's about who you really are. So, thank you all for tuning in. Let's delve into this conversation of what true healing really is. And it's the introduction to the supplement: psychotherapy, purpose, process, and practice. Now, historical context: Helen Schuckman, the scribe of the course, was a medical psychologist from Columbia University, and William Tedford, her friend who helped with the typing of the course, typing it out from Helen's shorthand that she took down, receiving these messages, receiving this teaching. He was also from Columbia University. So a little historical context. This was for them, but it's also for you. How do I know that for 100% fact? There's no difference between us. There's no separation of any kind. These few sentences that we're going to go through here, the introduction to this supplement, will hopefully put any doubts about that to rest. This is for you. All of it is for you. Jesus starts right off in the first sentence, and the introduction is just one paragraph, saying psychotherapy is the only form of therapy there is. Only the mind can be sick. So, where does healing belong? Mind. At the level of the mind. Where else? Where else would it be? Only the mind can be sick. Now, it certainly, most definitely, does not appear that way in the world, does it? The physical body constantly changes. We get gray hairs, we have aches and pains, we fall ill. You may or may not have come down with COVID-19. All kinds of things. Things happen to the physical body. And it doesn't appear that healing takes place on the level of the mind. However, this is a Course in Miracles, and we're learning here a thought system that is completely different than the thought system of the world that says you're a physical body. That this collection of water, 80%, more or less, right? This collection of water is you. That voice within you that says there's got to be a better way knows differently. It's right. You are not a body. I am not a body. If you have been through the workbook for students, you'll know that, well, Jesus chose to have us repeat that 20 times in a row, 20 straight lessons. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. Rhyming, intentional, so that it sticks. There's a lot more to it than just this sack of water that appears to be us. Healing takes place at the level of the mind. Now, nobody is saying don't take care of the physical body. Do take care of the physical body, because it is a communication device. Give it over to the Holy Spirit and allow your inner teacher, your guide, to use it for the purposes of healing, for the extension of love to every single living thing. Oh, yeah. Yes. So the mind is what's in need of healing. And the therapist, substitute the word healer throughout these discussions for therapist, if you want, because I know a number of you consider yourself and may even hold yourselves out as some form of a healer in social media, in your business practice, right? Okay, yeah, if you do, great. If you don't, great. Psychotherapy here is put in this context that sometimes the student, in traditional therapy, it's referred to as the patient, right? And Jesus does use that language. Let's put that in context here. The student, and you can put teacher in place of psychotherapist, as well as healer, therapist, teacher, healer, student in place of patient, if you prefer. This pamphlet is about a teacher-student relationship, and sometimes in order to heal and learn, someone needs a formal structure. That's really all that we're saying right here in context, is that sometimes just the motivation to do it on your own, to study spirituality on your own, even though we all have to wake up ourselves, sometimes people need a more formalized structure. That's why groups exist in all kinds of spiritual traditions. There are Course in Miracles study groups, a number of them throughout the world, online, in person, you name it. There are many formalized practices, and when it comes down to doing the deep inner work that healing involves, sometimes a one-on-one, more formalized relationship is necessary. Now, understand that A Course in Miracles is a self-study curriculum. So if a more formalized student-teacher relationship is necessary for you, you will know that. If it's not, then that's fine. The Holy Spirit is our teacher. Jesus is our teacher. And it may be that you're in a situation where you don't need, at the time, a more formalized teacher-student relationship. Some do, some don't. Our walk is highly individual. The content is all the same, isn't it? The outward form differs. That's what we're saying. This is a theme that I've repeated throughout, and well, Jesus repeats it, so he's repeating it through me. That's the way that works. We need repetition, don't we? The outward form differs, the content is the same. And it's very, very interesting here, because sometimes this formal relationship is necessary to help someone begin to question their own reality, which is what this is all about. Question your own reality. When I say, bring your skepticism to the table, oh yeah, there's no reason to fear that. While you're asking questions, keep going with the questions. Don't stop at, is this guy full of shit or not? Well, I don't know. Don't stop with just that. Keep going and question the foundations of everything that you now believe. This is an adult endeavor, and your own experience doing the course will show you that I'm not full of it, that Jesus is not full of it, that the Holy Spirit is not full of it. We're not putting you on here. We're presenting a completely different way of looking at the world, everyone in it, and yourself. So if you're questioning, excellent, don't stop. Question the foundations of everything you now believe. And understand that it's safe to do so. If you need a more formalized context in which to undergo this questioning, perfect. Help is available to you, human and non-human. It's all about this questioning of our reality. So I want to leave you with an invitation to question the foundations of everything you now believe. True healing is at the level of the mind. Will the physical body be healed in the process? Well, almost always. I mean, in most instances, there's some outward manifestation of it. But this course and spirituality in general is all about changing our mind. And it can be a gradual process. That's what almost all of us need. Because the reality here is that if you don't feel like you're ready to experience a blinding flash of awakening, if that would frighten you, then, well, the Holy Spirit knows that. So we get a gradual program, a gradual course or curriculum or series of lessons. Call it whatever you want. We get a process, and spirituality, as we know it and practice it in the world, is that process. That this course tells us absolutely certainly, in no uncertain terms, who we are. And I know that you know this. This knowing is common to all of us. And it's that urge that invites you to question. So please keep doing that. Very important. And if you're not ready to accept any of this, no problem, right? That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. This is a message that I'm called to present. And, well, you can accept or reject it as you will. It's not coming from me. And these really aren't my words at all. It's intended for you to take this deeper dive and know that you can do it safely. Let's wrap up with this. Sometimes I say, hey, I'm going to wrap up with this and keep going. I know, right? Happens. But let's wrap up for sure with this, that you can do this inner exploration safely. You have help. So I invite you to call on it. Please, yes, call on your inner teacher, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, your guide or guides. If you follow a different thought system, this is universal. Everyone's welcome. So call on your inner teacher for sure. And you may also find that you, in particular, in your life, in your circumstances, need a more formal relationship with a teacher. So if that's you, then I invite you to reach out to one. I am one of those. Yes, most definitely. And you can certainly reach me right here by leaving a comment if you would like to ask some more questions about that. Now, it may be that you and I work together and we're supposed to work together, or it may be that you need a different curriculum and I might be able to help you on your walk explore that. So the content is all the same. Outward form differs. That's all. So if you feel like you need this more structured level of help, please don't feel badly. It's available to you. And really, ultimately, there's nothing wrong with us because we are created by God. We're simply awakening to that, allowing our reality as the Son of God to dawn on us. So, thank you all, as always, for joining me right here. And we'll continue through these two supplements because there's a lot that we can learn here in the psychotherapy purpose, process, and practice that we've begun. There's a lot we can learn about a teacher-student relationship, the mind, and healing. What else would we study? I mean, really, there's a lot of other content on YouTube for us to watch. You're here because this is what you're interested in. So I appreciate that. And I will talk to you very soon.